And welcome back. I am pre-recording all the way in advance for Friday. We have Goku versus Meliodas brought to us by, hold on, Frostbite YT Meliodas versus Goku. I have done Goku God knows how many times in this channel. Meliodas, not as many, but he has been a returning character. So, Goku, I think we all can do Goku off the top of our heads by now. Goku was a Saiyan, sent to Earth, trained in martial arts, founded out his heritage, became the legendary first Super Saiyan in over, 500, 1,000 years, something like that. We know the story of Goku. Goku is immensely powerful. Toriyama says Gohan is currently the strongest character in the series, but he didn't say he was stronger than Goku with Ultra Instinct. He said he was stronger than Goku Super Saiyan Blue, Vegeta Super Saiyan Blue. So I get the impression Goku is still the strong. And besides that, Goku will get a new transformation to make him the strongest again. Whatever. I still think Goku is probably the strongest individual when you factor in Mastered Ultra Instinct, or just Ultra Instinct overall. But Goku, as of Super, is a mortal, but with the power of a god. He absorbed God Ki into his base, and therefore has the strength of a god just in his base form. In his first debut as God, he and Beerus literally shook the very fabric of their universe. And the universe was breaking apart just from these two clashing. Now that's the combined strength of these two, but that's still, the universe itself was tearing itself apart. And that was the first attempt at God. His second attempt, afterwards he learned to master the form. Then he got Super Saiyan Blue, which is a stronger version of it, and it has ki control added on there. Then you add Kaioken, which multiplies that power by up to 20 times. And you have an individual who has the power that literally threatens the love of the entire universe. Both Goku and Vegeta, and I guess now Piccolo and Gohan, are universal level fighters. Goku obviously went even further beyond that when he learned how to use and master, at least in the manga, Ultra Instinct and Ultra Instinct Sign. He's actually more effective with Ultra Instinct Sign due to the fact that mastered Ultra Instinct he needs a calm heart for. Now, the whole idea of Ultra Instinct is a transformation or not, the series treats it like a transformation. And for most people, it's kind of described as like a state of being. But it's very clear that Goku's power grew as he was able to shake the very world of the void, which was a world of nothingness, when he turned into Ultra Instinct Sign. So it's a transformation on some level. It is. And obviously it is, you move without thinking. You're fighting without thinking. You're just reacting. The sign form is better suited for defense, whereas the Mastered Ultra Instinct is both defense and offense. Goku actually still has to think when he's on the offensive in sign. But it's a form he can use more effectively as he is able to as he's able to fight with rage in his heart while using it. He's also shown that in this form, he's able to create this giant Ki spirit avatar of himself, which is really cool. I like it. And that's how he ended up beating Moro, I believe, or one of the reasons he beat Moro. And he used it recently against Gas in the manga. He is a master martial artist. He is a seasoned warrior vet, and honestly, he is he's not as dumb as most people make him out to be. He's not book smart, but he doesn't need to be book smart. He's battle smart is what he is. So yeah. Meliodas is I believe he is captain of the Seven Deadly Sins, the husband lover Elizabeth Lyons, and her previous incarnations, the owner of a renowned tavern Borhat, and the current king of the Kingdom of Lions. The father of Tristan and the main protagonist of the series. His sacred treasure is the demon sword Lost Vein, and his inherited power is full counter. He was the head of the Ten Commandments and was a former member of Stigma after his defection from the Demon Clan. The dude is arguably one of, if not the strongest character in the series, being the main character. His full counter basically puts him immune to all magical attacks. Full counter basically is described as his ability to reflect magic attacks aimed at him, back at the enemy with much greater power. Therefore, the stronger the opponent's powers are, the rebound becomes. The prime drawback is that Meliodas cannot initiate attacks himself. He is also capable of reflecting attacks if the opponent does not allow him to read the timing, or incapable, in timing of the attacks. Physical, indirect, and continuous attacks can also not be reflected. The Demon King said that the technique is merely an imitation of Chandler's technique and that the original magic power is much different. This ability has no bearing in this fight. Goku has no magical abilities. If you were fighting like a Doctor Strange or something, well, that's a very different story. Someone who's actually using magical attacks. So he has Hellblade, which is a mysterious ability displayed by Meliodas, allowing him to generate black flames. Additional effect of nullifying Immortal's regeneration. Okay. Assault mode. The state is reached when he unleashes his demon power to his fullest, achieving immense power. The form allows him to access his full power. According to Melakula, back in the day when Meliodas was in command of the Ten Commandments, even they were in fear of him while in this mode. The drawback is, though, that he temporarily arouses any feeling and emotion. Then there's a couple of sword techniques he knows. As the former leader of the Ten Commandments, he was the original wielder of the commandment of love, which was bestowed upon him by the Demon King. Those who stand before him with hatred in their hearts will be rendered powerless to harm or inflict damage on anyone else. To ally himself with the gods, claiming he willingly abandoned his commandment during his betrayal of the Demon Clan. Due to Gauthur's forbidden spell, the Demon King gave the commandment to his supposed second son, who was male turned into a demon due to the commandment given to him, and thus making it look like from killed back. Anyway, after completing the ritual to become the Demon King via absorbing all the commandments, Meliodas held all the commandments, but upon forcing the Demon King out of his body, the commandments were forced out. So he no longer has the commandments. So yeah. His sword, Lost Vein, is it's a sacred treasure, which sold the pawn shop. It later returned to him, revealed to have purchased the sword and kept it safe. Its ability, Jitsuzo Bushin, is compatible with Meliodas' Fullbring, allowing him to use it to much more dangerous levels. Great. That means it's still completely pointless here. In terms of magical power levels, his power level is that a grand total of, in Assault mode, 142. Great. That's a magical power level. Even by Namek power levels, standards, we were already going well beyond that. And that's well of Dragon Ball Z's past at this point. Now, there are two ways I will look at this fight, with and without the commandments, because I've read the commands where the commandments are freaking nuts. Some of them are pretty useless, but not useless, but very niche. And because he had all the commandments at one point, that's to be fair. But let me get this right away right now. Meliodas without the commandments, even going all out, wouldn't even be able to go up against current base Goku, who has a level of power in his base on a universal level. Meliodas does not have a universal level of power. He just doesn't. His full counter doesn't mean jack because Goku doesn't have magical abilities. He has ki-based abilities. Speed-wise, Goku's going to blitz him because he moves God knows how much faster than times of light. Even if Meliodas, who probably is beyond several times light speed, so Goku has instant transmission. Goku's a master martial artist. There's no point in having that fight. Or having the question. Goku wins that. Now, with the commandments, we have a different playing field here. So, the commandment of faith. Anyone who shows a lack of faith will have their eyes set ablaze. Now, this is, it all depends. See, this all depends on faith. How you define faith. I have a feeling this could work on Goku, but it wouldn't deter Goku because of his Ultra Instinct. So, and even without the Ultra Instinct, Goku is still skilled enough of a fighter to fight with his eyes closed. So, that could work on Goku, and then you can just whisk the dragon to bring your eyes back. Or Dende heal them up. But, yeah, that I don't think will matter. The commandment of love. Anyone who holds hatred in their heart will be unable to inflict harm on anyone else. Doesn't matter. Goku can hold on to rage, but he does not hold on to hatred. And so that would not work on Goku. Anyone who kills will pacifism. Anyone who kills will rapidly have their own time stolen away from them and rapidly age and die. Well, unless Goku kills Meliodas, in which case this would be a moot point, it's not going to matter here. Goku doesn't kill unless he absolutely has to. So that one's not going to work. So far, the only commandment we have that could really be a problem for Goku is the commandment of faith. Patience. Anyone who shows intolerance of pain will be inflicted with more pain. I always got to read that again. Shows an intolerance. So basically anyone who shows pain will be inflicted with more pain. It's not tolerance. Goku has shown pain, but it has to be a serious amount. It has to be something that would really like hurt to really do it. And you'd have to be on a level of power at least similar in some ways. I don't think if Goku is engaging in the fight, it's going to do anything. So I think the patience commandment is no good on Goku. Pity. Anyone who shows their back to the wielder would become an obedient slave of the Demon King, and by extension, the commander's holder. This one could be... See, this is all circumstantial. Because we see that shot, for instance, with Goku, where he beats Jiren and has his back to him. Jiren has the commandment of pity. Well, that might work. Now, that said, we've seen Saiyans like Vegeta resist influence like that. Babidi took him under his control, was controlling his mind, was trying to influence him. And Vegeta flat out negged that. It's like, there's one thing a Saiyan always keeps, his pride! What a great scene. This might not work on Goku just because of that. Goku might be able to just willpower through that. But that is a possibility. But again, I have a feeling that the fight might be over before that really takes effect. Purity. Anyone who conducts impure deeds will be inflicted with illness. Well, it doesn't say anyone who's conducted. It says anyone who conducts. So anyone who basically does an impure deed in front of said individual purity, there you go. I don't think that's going to work. And this is due to most likely, the vision of impure. Fighting is not impure. And in fact, Goku's a very pure individual. He just loves the fight. So that's not going to work. Repose. Anyone who fights without rest will get their magic sealed away. Well, Goku doesn't have magic. So this ability doesn't mean anything. Retinence. Anyone who expresses hidden feelings and emotions will be rendered unable to speak. Doesn't mean a thing in this fight. Goku doesn't need to speak. Selflessness. Anyone who holds desire from another person will lose their memories, emotions, and sense of self. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Anyone who holds desire from another person. So basically, if like Lucifer's saying, what is it you desire? And for some reason, someone's able to negate that, then this effect works. I don't think this really matters in this fight that much. And then truth. Anyone who lies or goes back on their word will be turned to stone. A dangerous ability to be sure, but not one I think would actually do anything in this case. Goku's not one to really lie, and he's really just doesn't go back on his word, really. Hell, he may have forgotten to marry Chi-Chi, but he did it. By the way, Legend of Dragon Ball fan film is awesome. Screw Seth the programmer. I watched his video. I'm like, dude, grow up. He was... I don't want to turn this into a bash thing all of a sudden. I'll just say my piece real quick. I don't really like Seth the programmer that much. I think he's... Not to say he doesn't make some entertaining videos, but he just comes off as very arrogant, full of himself, and like he knows better than others. So I don't like that. I might come off that sometimes, but I always just try to be honest with you, whereas he just comes off as someone who feels superior to others. My opinion. Anyway, moving on. There's your PSA for the day. So the only commandments I think would work against Goku are the commandment of faith, and maybe the commandment of where was it? Repose? No. Everyone turns their back. Where is it? Pity. Yeah, anyone who the commandment of pity and the commandment of faith. Those are the only ones I think would work on Goku in this fight. And even then, with Ultra Instinct, even just Ultra Instinct Sign, Goku is able to will be able to counteract the loss of his eyes. So that would just leave us to pity. And we've seen the Saiyans be able to resist magic on that controls you. So, and as far as we can tell, the Demon King is no universal level power. He's powerful like in the world, but he's not a universal level threat. He doesn't threaten the very existence of reality. Like if he were to clash with Beerus, I highly doubt him and Beerus' power would basically rip through the universe like it did Goku's. You should know that the Dragon Ball Z universe is, like they say, is around 9 to 14 times bigger than our own. So yeah, it's a very big, large macrocosm structure. So, yeah, I think Goku would take this pretty easily, in my opinion. But it's just my opinion. What do you think of the comments below? Let me know. Until then, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you folks next time. Have a good one.